can't pause any.
All right. Well, welcome to dreamT.V. I'm Dream, your humble host. We're here going to play the Lone Dark tonight. New game that I found. Well, it's not new. It's on Game Plus, Game Pass, whatever, on Xbox. So we're gonna. I've been playing it. We're gonna do some survival today. I have one already going, but we're gonna see here. Yes, I got. Yeah. 3 days survive, 13 days survive, 14 days survive. Okay.
So
We're gonna start a new one, guys.
which difficulty? Which difficulty do you do?
I play on Voyager right now. Because of the fact that if you choose Pilgrim, it's really easy. Nothing attacks you unless you attack it. Like the wolves won't attack you.
Kind of like very simple.
Yes, pretty much. You can walk right next to a wolf and it'll never look at you.
You said Mystery Lake.
Yeah. If you should try, you should either start out on Mystery Lake, Mountain Town. Those are the two that I would either choose for you. Is either Mystery Lake or Mountain Town. Mystery Lake is there's a dam there, along the railroad tracks. Before you haven't started yet, have you?
I'm putting my name in.
Okay, back up and look at the map. Of the area you're going into. There's a railroad track on Mystery Lake. The railroad track will be on the north side. However, when you're looking at your map, which you have to make in survival, by the way, how you make it in survival is you have to get charcoal. You get that from your camps, from your fire. Once it goes out, you pick up the charcoal, and then you can make part of your map of where you are. Okay? You keep doing that, you make a full map. Okay? But you kind of want to look at that map that's on your screen and be like, okay, well, I know that the dam is going to be down at one end of the railroad track. So when you get to the railroad tracks, you're either going to go right or left, and that'll take you to the dam. Okay? There's a lot of good stuff at the dam. If you're playing on Voyager, watch out for the wolves. There are wolves all around every area. The starter areas are a little less for the wolves. And unless you have, huh?
You're not naming the person. You're naming
You're safe. Your person, whatever. You don't talk to anybody, so it's you. It's whatever you want to do it as. My streams will always be dreamT.V 79, just because that's what I'm known as. But I've got a handle on what I'm doing, even though I die. I'm actually going to be once I get this thing off and on YouTube. I'm going to be having a competition every so often. Where if you're in my live stream and you can guess how long I survive, you'll get a $25 gift card. And if I survive the whole thing, and you were the first one to say you're going to survive the whole live stream, you'll get the $25 gift card, no matter how long I go.
this is
So
This is first person.
yeah, no, this is first person. But I choose random for mine, but that's because I kind of have a grasp about what I'm doing and how to play the game. I actually would have suggested doing Pilgrim at first, just to get used to what the buttons are doing. You know, like what buttons do what, that kind of thing. Like if you hold your LB button, that brings up a roto menu where you use your left stick and you go, and while you're holding it, you can go to left and down, and that like diagonal is your campfire slash. That's also where your bedroll is, and how you put your bedroll out. You can do things like that.
That's your question. Can you run?
Yes, that'd be the RB button. However, if you're overweight, tired, you can't run. Okay? If you're like severely overweight, you will not be able to run. If you are extremely tired and your sleep is gone and is red, you will not be able to run. And the things down at the bottom in the left hand corner, in order from left to right, are temperature, sleep, thirst, hunger. Okay? If you get too cold, you will develop a tendency to get hypothermia. It'll be hypothermia risk at first, but if you keep going and you stay out for a long, long period of time, you can develop hypothermia. There's also sprain alerts where you could get sprained ankles, sprained wrists. There's frostbite. If you get frostbite, you lose part of your health forever. Like that little bar down at the bottom where your health is, part of that will go red if you get frostbitten. I know, I had it done to me. It fucking sucked. Watch climbing, because if you can't make it all the way to the top of the rope before your grip runs out, you'll fall and you'll die. That happened to me too. So, all right. So, like I said, guys, we will be doing my walkthrough as dreamT.V.
I put BTC Nation.
All right. So, let's see here. Where are we going to start? Mysterious. Oh no, I mean, it's actually very, very cool. It's all about, you have to think strategically about what you're doing, and you can't overestimate yourself. When you're moving from one safe house to another, sometimes you'll have to make a couple trips, or otherwise you're going to be so overloaded you can't move. You do want your volume turned up a little bit. I actually believe I'm in Mystery Lake right now. I really do. You can also kill rabbits. You pick up these little stones that are on the ground, and you can throw, if you like aim, you can look at rabbits and throw them and hit them, and you got to run up to the rabbit, grab it real quick, and then kill it. With your hands, you break its neck. At some point, you can get a rifle or make a bow and arrow, and you can hunt with that.
Hey, what's up, Dustin?
You can also get a revolver for some self-defense. Yeah, maybe I'm not in Mystery Lake, but that damn sure looks like it. That looks like a landing gear, though. Yeah, that's a landing gear. Okay. Never found the landing gear before, so that's weird. Okay, so maybe I'm not in Mystery Lake. Maybe I'm in Mountain Town. That'd be awesome, because there's a big ass fucking town called Milton there, which is actually in the storyline. There's a nice big house, has a fireplace there. And a lot of buildings to go searching through for food. And some water, you know. You can make water with the cans you have, and if you eat like peaches or anything like that, Matt, you can get more recycled cans, and you can, on most grills, you can do two at once. Do two things at once, so you can make water. If it's still on like metric, you can change it to pounds instead of kilograms. Just by going to the start menu and going down to options and changing that from metric to imperial, and then it'll be in pounds instead of kilograms. I had to do that. You can hold approximately 66 pounds, by the way. Just to let you know. What's that? Yeah. Yes. You can use paper. Paper you can actually turn into Tinder bundles. Or you can actually just use them straight as paper. But yeah, when you put your campfire down, you can, or you light a fireplace or whatever, you can use all the different things that you have. Like, ooh, frostbite risk. I need to get the hell inside. It is cold. Luckily, there's a house right the hell right there. I just need to get there. First thing you have to understand, though, is when you do this, is you don't, if you can help it, you don't want to be caught out at night. Or in a blizzard. Blizzards will kill you. Because you get, like, they will go white out and you cannot see around you. And you will get lost. I don't know how many times I got lost in a freaking blizzard. You can't pick up the matter pail. And now if it says cooking pot, you can pick those up. But like if it's you go up to it, it just says shelf, then you can't pick it up. You will find these books like the Frozen Angler. They're research books. Yet you have to spend 5 hours reading those. Don't burn those until you've read them. Okay, because those, if you research 250 hours, it unlocks a feat, and then that feat becomes permanent for you for all of your future survival playthroughs. You can activate that on any one of your playthroughs, and you will have that ability. So don't, and plus it helps you with starting, you know, whatever you're reading. Like there's one that I've just found, the Wasteland or whatever, right? Ooh, I found some arrows. Maybe there's a bow around here. There's a workshop. I'm gonna have a workshop here. But this is not a bad little place. But you'll find things. Oh, that was, there's no bow, no gun, nothing. Fuck you. You'll find books like the one I have is the Frozen whatever. When I read it, it increases my ice fishing. Take the charcoal. Start the fire. Let's go with sticks first to get it lit. You can change what you're lighting, like what you're using to light things, so you don't have to use your big logs or whatever until after you started it with sticks, because sometimes it doesn't light, and if it doesn't light, then you just out whatever you lit. so I'm gonna stand right here. Yes, you can actually if you push Y and then hit your left trigger button. That'll actually hit it one time. It'll take you to your clothes, and you can actually look at what you have on, what you have in your inventory, and figure out if you want to wear something different. Like I have no gloves. I only have one like hoodie undershirt type thing. Then I have one jacket, or actually I have two jackets now. I have one hat. I have one pair of pants, one thermal underwear. But you could wear two of everything, you know, of almost everything. Except for hands and feet. You can wear two pairs of socks, two thermal underwear, two jeans, two shirts, two jackets, two hats. And once you get all that, unless it's like if I have it to where there's one of my saves, I think it's my 14-day one. Unless it's blizzard, the weather doesn't normally bother me. Alright, so I have actually found no food in this place. Hold on a second. I gotta change something. I cannot have that hanging down there. We're gonna turn the cat off because nobody's here really. There. Because I gotta be able to see. And then I need to change that position. If it's night, you don't really want to outside. So no, it's down there anyways. Okay. Yeah. Well, if it's dark inside, it's dark outside. Okay. So, oh yeah. Make sure that when you do have your fire going, you are making some water. I usually make half a gallon of water because you will need water. You don't want to go out without water. Yep. Oh yeah. See, it's about to get dark on mine. You can tell when the sun's going down. If you push Y and you go over left, you let your left trigger twice and look up in the right top corner, it'll have like a sun and moon type of thing. That'll tell you if it's night or day too. There's also a screen where it tells you what temperature it is outside. Yeah, it's cold. It's cold. Now, taking a torch with you sometimes will help keep you a little warmer, but you're still gonna, I mean, it's not gonna keep you warm, but it might help you go from three down to 2 down. So I usually try to, if it's cold, carry a torch with me.
I think I can use this.
But they do burn out quickly, so you can't carry that many. And always remember, if you have extra coal, to make your map when it's daytime. That way you know where you are, where you've been. Nope, I'm on Timberwolf Mountain. I've never been there. I've never been to Timberwolf Mountain. I heard that place is actually quite dangerous, though. So, yeah, I heard there are, I mean, I haven't never been here, but I've heard there's a lot of wolves here, so I gotta be careful. I guess I'm just gonna go this way. Hopefully I don't die from a wolf because I have nothing to defend myself. If you have a knife or a hatchet, you can actually use those if a wolf attacks you to hurt or wound or even kill the wolf. And then you can run after it, and after you, of course, after you healed yourself up, stop the bleeding and infections and shit like that. You can actually heal yourself up, go find it, because if you fight yourself off, most of the time you've stabbed it, and it ran off, and then it goes to die, and then you just gotta go find it. Usually it leaves like a blood trail, like a dot here, dot there. You just gotta follow it until you can find it, and then you have some meat. Picking up little sticks on the ground will help you with your fire stuff. And if you get 15 sticks, and I think I don't remember how many cloth, you can actually make a snow fort that you can live in for a little bit while it's blizzarding or whatever. Helps get you out of the wind and whatnot. But you always want to be looking around, and if you ever hear a wolf, look around, because if they start howling, that means you're starting to get closer to them, or they're getting closer to you. And it's just,
Yeah, I just drank some water, but it still says.
yeah, because you didn't drink enough. How much water did you drink?
Whatever.
Okay, well, did it fill your thirst all the way up?
I need to find some place to escape this cold.
Your thirst is the third one. What'd you drink?
Water?
Well, if you drank it, it would have increased that. Unless there wasn't anything in it. There wasn't much in it. If there was like 0.05 or something, then it probably didn't do much. I mean, do you still have the water jug in your inventory?
I could eat anything right now.
So, yeah, then you didn't have enough to really affect you. Did you already drink out of it already once? Before that? Yeah, you probably used most of it the first time. That's why I said you have to boil water when you light your fire. Push left on your D-pad.
So cold. Just
Left on your D-pad will bring up your campfire.
It's not.
What do you mean? Left. Left. Not down. Left. Down is to drop stuff like a decoy. So you try to keep the wolves off your ass. You can drop a piece of meat or something. Yeah.
I better take this food.
Ooh, I found a jackpot. That got me some food. No more.
What have we here?
Oh, this is medicine. Oh, that works too. I'm good there. I found me some food and medicine. Shit. It actually goes down. Everything goes down when, like, if you're sleeping. Your temp might go up if you're in a warm place, but your water's gonna go down, your food's gonna go down. Why? Because you're not drinking or eating. And you are burning calories while you sleep. Did you know you burned calories while you slept? I mean, in real life, you actually do too. So, they've made this game very realistic. If you burn calories in real life, you burn it in this game.
All I could
And the more you, like, if you run, you burn more calories. Therefore, your hunger goes up. You know, it goes down even faster. All right, I need to find a place to sleep. You can sleep out in the open, by the way, but it's best to, like, go find
down right here if I wake up again.
like an overhang or something to kind of keep you safe from the wind and stuff like that, if you can. Yeah. It all depends on where you're. See, you can actually use torches and flares and shit to scare wolves away from you. They will have they can run, but they can also ignore it. So it all depends on how hungry they are. Like, I've scared them off with a torch before, and then I've also thrown a torch and a flare, and they just kind of walked by it and followed me. Yeah, it melts it, and then it boils it. Yeah.
Come on, come on.
It has to be portable water or boiled water. You don't. The only time you use non-boiled water is if you have the tablets that you put into it. Actually, I'm gonna take a couple hour nap. Seeing as I got my fire going for 2 hours. Melt some snow and cook some pork and beans. Eat the pork and beans. Ah, warming up. Yeah, if you cook food like pork and beans and shit, you can get you can get different bonuses like warming up, which lets you withstand a little bit more of the cold. I'm gonna sleep for an hour. Yeah, I got 25 minutes left on my fire. I need to drink some water. By the way, sodas count as water and food.
I could eat a horse.
Eat some peaches. I got a bunch of peaches. Eat some crackers. Yeah, there's things about the game that it's like there's a couple guides on YouTube that are like for beginners and stuff that if you really want to get better at this, you can go watch those, right? And there's I think a guy, he does a nice little series called Lonely Wolf. That's his name. He's not bad. He does a beginning series, and he doesn't tell you how to do everything, but he tells you like what the stuff is for, and like he doesn't give you a strategy guide, be like, hey, go here, hey, go there. And if you find a gun in one spot, it may not be there the next time. Everything is completely random about where things pop up and stuff. It may be there one game, next game it won't be, or it might be there 3 games, and then it won't be there for 7. You know what I mean? So you kind of just have to search, and just like in real life, you know, you'd have to search around and. But always pick up your charcoal when you're done, because that'll give you more charcoal, and more map. The more you know about your map, the more about you know where you've been, know where you're going. And it'll show you little things like a dead corpse. Maybe you didn't know that there was one there, and you sketched on your map, and then boom, there's a corpse over here somewhere. You want to search corpses, even though a lot of times they don't have anything.
Feels like something is sapping my energy.
Yep, it failed. Yep. Yeah, if you're in the wind, it won't work. And sometimes it'll just fail just because it'll fail. Because you're not perfect at making everything. So you have to assume that there's a risk of failure for everything. Even fixing your clothes, there's a risk that you're gonna fail. And then if you do fail, you waste the items that you were trying to use. So like if you're trying to use a sewing kit and you fail, you'll lose like 5% of that sewing kit's durability. Don't let any of your tools ever get to 0, because then they break and you can't fix them. If you have like a hatchet and a whetstone, you can actually sharpen the hatchet and it fixes the hatchet. It makes it better. This is why I said there's a lot of in-game stuff that you just have to trial and error to do. You know? But I still think I still think you'd like this game overall. And there's a lot of times you might get frustrated with it, like I did. Like, come on, really? But ultimately, it's a really addictive game. You'd be surprised. You're like, oh well, damn it! I survived 5 days. I can do 6. I can get 6. If only I would have done this a little bit different this time. And if you die, you die. You have to start all over. You don't get to go back to a different save, different earlier save or whatever. If you die, you die. Game over. Try again. That's why the game mode is called survival. Mars asked me, she goes, well, what happens if you die? I said, then you die. Because all you're doing is get to respawn? No, it's called survival. You can find dead deer, and if you have a hatchet or a hacksaw or a hunting knife, you can take the meat off of it and the hide and the guts. If you take the guts and the hide and put them down in the door somewhere, you can cure them and then use them to make other things. Like you can use the guts to make the string on a bow.
A little sleep right here.
God, I'm tired. I'm tired. So tired. Oh, hell no. Oh, that's not that far out. That's not that far. So, let's set up a campfire right here. See if we can get this started. Come on, baby. Start. Start, baby. Start.
Come on. Come on.
There we go. That's
Fire's life out here.
$31 minutes. Wow. Okay. So that was not very well at all. Yeah, there's only a couple ways you can get that, and that's walking around and finding it. Or hunting it.
My head feel thick.
And of course the wind would have to start up.
tired.
Damn it.
Never felt so cold in my life. Well, thank goodness for that. Never been so hungry in my life. I'm gonna need to eat soon. I'll die if I don't drink something soon.
Okay, so that was the first place. And I'm way up here, so where the hell am I going? Oh, I heard a wolf. What? Stream stopped? Oh. You need to what? You broke up. Oh, why is it storming there? Come on, dude, you're almost at the top. Keep going. Shit. Come on, dude. You were almost there. Come on, go down. Go down. I don't want to die. Because you can't climb up the goddamn fucking wall.
I'm feeling so drained.
So are you talking about watching the weather in real life? What's going on in real life? I didn't hear you. I didn't hear what you said.
Can't feel my
Well,
feet.
keep an eye out. Let me know if you have to get off because of something bad. These little sticks.
Too cold to think.
Oh, really? Yeah. Stacy was scared, about a week ago or something. We had the tornadoes coming through here. I said, man, don't you know I'm a tornado repellent? I'm a severe weather repellent. And it missed us. Like, it hit northern, like, up by Cantonment. Missed where we were. Let's see. Wherever I am, severe weather does not like to go there. Like, it'll hit the town, but it won't hit where I'm at. In the town. Like, I'll see some hail and shit like that, but, like, I've been in one tornado my whole goddamn life. And I've lived in tornado country all of my life. Until I moved to Florida. Yeah, I hate it when it doesn't light.
That didn't work. Come on.
Damn it. There we go.
All right.
Yeah.
and they had
Can't feel my hands. Come on.
Like, I've had tornadoes all around me. They've always jumped over me.
See anything right about now?
I'm about to die.
Goddamn freezing.
I fucked up and went to sleep without eating. And when I woke up 3 hours later, I was so hungry and thirsty. So I guess if you watch this back, you can see what it's like when you die. I'm about to. And I just went into that long night. Oh, no, not yet. I will in a second, though. Yep, you faded into the long dark. Save to journal. Well, guys, that was my hour. I lasted 56 minutes. So one day lasted a day. On this mode.
Oh, there's a stone.
Yeah, you pick those up and you can throw them at
Rabbits.
rabbits and knock them out, knock them down. But then you gotta run up real quick. Oh, that's it for that. Thank you guys. I do appreciate y'all. Great night.